Hey guys, this is the Ranger for MMO Attack, taking a look at Ichorr for, well, in Rise of Immortals. As always, there is a link down below if you want to check out the game. Now, Ichorr, skill-wise, you're mainly going to want to stack defense and champion. I'm not even sure if I would really put much in offense or anything in offense, because Ichorr tends to have quite low offense, but has some pretty decent defense and healing capabilities, so he's, in my opinion, more a stand around the towers and stop them pushing at all kind of character, but you might be able to sort of twist him into an offense role. I haven't really seen people put him in an offense role too effectively, but it may be possible, you know? He might actually suit offense, but my opinion, he's completely defense, so let's actually jump in and look at Ichorr in a bit of a match. Alright, well hey guys, we are in some combat with Ichorr here. Ichorr is, as you can see, a tree. But essentially, Ichorr, item-wise, I like to take Ichorr boots. It gives movement speed and mana regen, which, well, he uses mana quite a lot, so it's good to have that mana regen. Oh, silence. I don't want to be there. Alright, let's queue myself up like a boss and just bring down. No. Okay, not happening. As you can see, his attack damage is pretty damn low, but essentially, yeah, I like to have Ichorr boots because, well, movement speed and mana regen is always useful. Light Locket because it's cheap and it gives a good sort of mana boost early on. What can we upgrade? Barrack Scroll. Yes, Barrack Scroll is the third item I like to have because magic resistance and increases health quite a bit, which seems pretty damn useful, especially if you balance it with the Bloodstone Pendant here, which gives health regen and a lot of additional health. And, well, if you combine those, you end up with quite a lot of health. Right, ability wise, if we pop his special ability, there we go. But we'll explain those abilities in a bit once we finish out the final two items, which is Guardian Seal, which, again, magic resistance and health, so we're going for a lot of health with this guy. There is also a lot of magic resistance, because magic tends to do a hell of a lot of damage, but we do balance it out slightly with the Penman Reflector and that to give sort of health regen and armor increase, but we are focusing very much so though on kind of magic resistance. Now, ability wise, Q. You can target yourself or allies, and Q puts this weird barrier of thorns, as you can see, around you. It's fairly damn effective. Now, it damages enemy, as you can see, and heals the target, so it's very useful for kind of keeping yourself up and allies up. You also have W, which conceals you and also heals you. And as far as I'm aware, enemies in the area take damage, so it's AoE damage and heals you again. You then have E, which slows the target by quite a bit and increases the damage they take. You want to stay out of those things, so that is also very useful to be able to sort of slow the target and increase the damage that they take. As you can see, slow them down and sort of finish them off. Of course, we are playing AI here, so they are a lot easier to bring down than actual players, but yeah. You then have R, which we did trigger earlier, but I wasn't really talking about it at the time, which is Ichorr fires a bolt of natural energy. I almost said natural enemy. Yes, fire the enemies at the enemies. But yeah, allies are healed and only take 80% of incoming damage, so it reduces the amount that they take. Enemies take damage and increase the amount of damage they take. So it's hella useful really, because it just sort of messes up the damage entirely. I want that upgraded. Yeah. Right. So that is kind of Ichorr's abilities in the way of two of them, well 3 of them actually end up healing your team or you, and then there's a couple that end up actually doing some damage. Alright, let's snare that. There we go. So yeah, Ichorr is kind of like a self-healing tank in the way of, unlike Lazarus, who is the tank that sort of regens health, steals it from enemy, and that's kind of his attack, and it regens his health. Ichorr has heal casts, so I'm not too sure which one I prefer. I kind of like the whole vamping ability thing, but healing with casts seems kind of useful. Alright. That is essentially Ichorr though. You can of course, as always, play around with these builds a lot to sort of tweak them to how you would like them to be, because this is kind of how I like them to be, and probably not how everyone likes them to be, but it seems to be fairly effective in any case. Or at least that's my experience. Let's get out of that. Now. There we go. Enemy down. But yeah, that's Ichorr. Slightly effective offense, but mainly a huge defense character. Very good at stopping people from taking towers, because as you can see, he can heal himself quite a lot because his heal spells don't use too much mana. As you can see, 190 mana, I've got 820, I can cast it a lot. That only uses 160 mana. If we upgrade items, I get even more mana, so I tend to have a decent amount of I can heal myself up, so I can hold points for a long time.